What were you saying?
Oh, I'm gonna say, man, I'm glad you're feeling better. That was
Oh,
that
oh
was
no, no, I'm not. No, I was the best opening to the show ever is 2 days ago. They went in and they had to change the balloon that's inside of me.
yeah,
So they what they do is welcome to movie talk, people.
right.
So what they do is they put a syringe inside one of the pipes and then
Yeah,
drain the saline that the balloon's filled with
right.
down,
Yeah,
and then they pull the balloon out.
yeah.
And she was like, "I was going to feel a bit uncomfortable." Yeah, do you think? Um, it wasn't as bad as the initial pain I felt like a couple of months ago, but it wasn't
Right.
pleasant.
Yeah,
And so I'm 2 days after this
yeah.
mini balloon change, because then you put another one in and inflate that back up. And then all your
Wow.
innards are like, hey, you've been messed around with. We're going to make you feel really uncomfortable for the next however long. So
Right.
if you see me wiggling around like this, that's what it is. I'm not quite back to the comfort stage yet, but
Gotcha, gotcha.
crazy times. I always say that health
Yeah.
is great when it works. When it's not working, it sucks.
Yes, it does, man. That was like, when I couldn't, podcast with you because I had, like, a month worth of chronic coughing,
Yeah,
and so, yeah, it's that sucked bad, especially at night. I felt bad for Michelle. I kept saying, "I'll
yeah.
just go downstairs to the guest room and, sleep down there and let you get some sleep," and she was like, "Nope, I want you with me." So, that was, true testimony of love, I think, so.
I was saying to Annette earlier, I feel really bad for her because I'm fed up of hearing me talk about not
Right.
feeling well. So, I'm like, I'm sick of my own voice.
You
So
know,
there's that.
it's funny how, like, as some I was watching a video the other day and it said that even though our eyes can see our nose, our eyes just kind of erase it and ignore it. So it just kind of vanishes in our vision so it doesn't bother us, right?
That's
And
true. Yeah.
so anyway, what was I saying? There was something. Oh, so anyway, um I'm not aware of how much I breathe like Darth Vader on the norm. So I was shooting a video of the dogs playing, and Darth Vader's in the background doing
Yeah.
like, why? Why? I don't understand.
I had that last year when I first came down my probably my third bout of COVID or whatever, the bad one that stuck
Right,
around for like a year and a half until this damn thing came along and just went, oh, COVID, a break.
right.
Um, and I remember at that time quite a few times having to be conscious of, so I need to breathe in and breathe out and breathe in. But
Right,
yeah, we don't normally do that. We just breathe and we go, oh yeah, I've been breathing. But
right.
last year was
Yeah,
like, I need to breathe in, I need to breathe out, I need to breathe in. And then
yeah,
it's like, oh my God. And that's when my insanity just kicked in. And
yeah.
yeah,
That happened to me a
jeez.
couple of times throughout the years having COVID, where I would find myself focusing on breathing as though I was going to forget to breathe.
Yeah,
But
same. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
So yeah, welcome to Movie Talk where we talk about health issues. I haven't even really watched that many films. I
yeah.
watched a ton in October and they were all
Yeah.
horror films. I watched 31 horror films in 31 days.
Wow, man, you
Um
achieved.
yeah, I'm never doing that ever again because I I liked them all except like maybe two of them.
Yeah,
But the fact that you go, oh, we have to watch a film tonight because otherwise we're one behind. I don't like
right,
having to watch anything.
right.
I like going, do you know what I fancy watching? I'm going to watch a movie. No, do you know
Yeah,
what? I'm not. Oh, yeah, I think I might. Rather than this, I have to watch this. I have to
right.
watch that.
Yeah,
So for the first like week of November, I didn't watch anything. I watched some
yeah,
TV. I'm doing a
yeah.
rewatch of The Shield. God, I
Are you?
love that show. So
Yeah.
good, that show.
Do you find
And
yourself in this day and age that you feel the need to watch something that is proven that you've already
yeah,
seen that
yeah,
just helps you to relax?
yep.
Because you remember a show called The Finder came out for one season back in 2012.
I don't.
Um, yeah. Oh my gosh, his name is something Stoltz. I can't remember his first
Eric.
name, but the not the guy who has red hair, but the
Oh
tall
yeah, yeah.
guy. Yeah,
All right,
but
okay.
yeah, but anyway, excellent, funny, good-natured show. It has Michael Clark Duncan in it. I think it was his last
Yeah.
project before he died.
Oh,
And so, yeah, man. But I mean, I don't know. There's just that and a rewatch Snatch. And I'm a big Guy Ritchie
nice.
fan, but And
Yeah.
then I created my own playlist in iTunes, so I could have the album because you can't buy the album anymore. So
Really? Well, you can't buy the
yeah,
album of Snatch. Hey,
right. The soundtrack.
we have people in the chat, John. This is amazing. Hello, Enzo. Hello, Cam. It's nice.
Also, by
Yeah.
the way, quick shout out to my stepson who got married this morning at the courthouse.
Oh,
So not only does he have an
congratulations.
amazing wife, but also he saved a metric shit ton of money.
Even
So
better.
I applaud him. That was the same thing that Michelle and I did back almost, gosh, 13 years ago, somewhere in there. And we just decided we were going to go to the courthouse and instead of, and then we had a party later to celebrate, which Ian's going to
Yeah.
do the same thing. But shout out to Ian and Savannah. So,
They spend all that money they've saved on Blu-rays and box
right.
sets, video games.
That's right.
I don't know if I need to say hi to Enzo in the chat 4 times. He likes saying hi, or she likes it. They like saying hi. I don't know who you are, but hello,
Yeah.
how are you? Hope the day is treating you well.
Yeah. I'm glad I put my glasses on because otherwise I could see the two of us, but I couldn't see any of the chat. So
I cheat, so I have the camera that I'm using is my mobile phone on a big tripod, and then
yeah.
behind me I have a 32-inch monitor with the chat window on. So if you see me doing this,
Oh,
I'm looking at that one. Yeah,
nice.
I'm not good at this whole
Yeah.
distance short thing focusing. It would drive me. I've got enough driving me insane at the minute
Yeah.
without
You just need to
anything
get
else
some
driving me
smart
insane.
glasses where the readout is in the lenses, you know?
I do.
Yeah.
So what have you been watching? I watched the Fantastic Four.
What'd you think?
And that's pretty much my review. It's like, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am with this whole superhero thing.
Yeah.
I'm not burned. I'm
Yeah.
not burned out by them.
Right.
But there's very few of them that are like, wow, that was really good. That was amazing because they are all a very similar formula.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I think Superman was probably the standout superhero movie of the year.
yeah,
I mean, James Gunn got it right again.
he did.
You can see behind me the Guardians of the Galaxy poster, and let's see here, and then you could also
Uh,
see two of Star Lord's blasters. So,
nice.
yeah, but I mean, so I'm a big James Gunn fan when he does things right, and
Yeah,
and I feel like Superman was on par with Guardians One, although all the Guardians movies were great. So,
yeah. I agree. I like Superman. All the Snyder bots will be like, kill him. For
hey,
the
so by the
record,
way,
I like
I
Snyder as
I
well. So,
followed
there's that.
I followed your lead. It's
What?
paper instead of an iPad, man.
Yeah,
I've gone old school.
I have my show notes. It's a blank sheet of paper. I've written nothing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nothing whatsoever I've written down. I'm just going to wing it like I do every other podcast.
Well, good.
But yeah.
So I have a question that doesn't pertain to movies or TV.
Or my health being crap.
Right.
Yeah.
So what if music makers? Michelle, I said favorite bands that just never disappoint, but Michelle said that Hans Zimmer was not a band. But as far as music makers that just it's always a hit, never a miss. Can you name your top 5?
Do you know what? If you watch Hans Zimmer live, he is a band. So technicality.
Yeah.
I've
Take that,
seen him
Michelle.
live. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Top 5 music makers is in film composers or just music makers in general?
I'll tell you what, I'll read you mine and then you'll know where I'm coming from with this.
I'll wing it from yours.
Dropkick Murphys never disappoint.
I first heard them when they did the song that was in The Departed. Going up to Boston or whatever it's called. Like,
that was my introduction too.
Who is that band? Dropkick Murphys. And I got a couple of their albums. And they are all very samey, but if samey's the thing you like, then samey's great. So yeah.
Yeah. And they have a common theme. It's working man music. And there's always a bit of raucous drunkenness with it. And so yeah, man. Clutch. I don't know if you've ever checked them out or not. And I'm gonna eventually I may have to just take Jax upstairs. He keeps coming over to say hello. And so anyway, and then Wolfgang Van Halen's band Mammoth, he keeps knocking it out of the park. And then John Williams, Hans Zimmer, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and George Thorogood. I think that's actually more than 5. Yes, but anyway,
it's cost of living. You can have 6 or 7 now.
That's right.
For what used to be 5, but prices have gone up, so you can have like 7.
Yep.
My my music taste's really, really weird because it's
Yeah.
like one night I'll be listening to some Jerry Goldsmith from 1970s, so like the Omen
Right.
soundtrack or
Yeah.
Supergirl soundtrack or something. And then
Right.
the next night I'll be like, do you know what I need to listen to? The new Marilyn Manson album.
Right. I hear you.
So which I have been. It's like the albums I've been listening to the most
Yeah.
are Linkin Park's From Zero, so the new Linkin Park album.
Yeah.
The new Marilyn Manson album, which won Assassination Chapter One, I think it's called.
Yeah.
The Cure's album from last year,
Right.
and yeah, I'll be listening to Tears of the Sun soundtrack from Hans Zimmer,
Yeah.
or M83 soundtrack from Oblivion, or Daft Punk's soundtrack from Tron
Yeah.
Legacy, or it's all
Yeah.
over the place. It depends what
Yeah.
mood I'm in, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
let
with
me.
you there. I've got a very eclectic music collection, and my playlists are off
Mm,
just in all sorts of directions. So
yeah, it's all over the place. So
yeah.
it depends what mood I want to be in, and depends.
Right.
I've got a lot of Tangerine Dream on my iPod, which is great. You put one earphone in,
Yeah.
you go to sleep with it. It's very relaxing,
Right.
go to sleep music.
Yeah.
So I've got
Yeah.
that, but yeah. So at the minute, it's like The Cure, Linkin Park, Marilyn
Yeah.
Manson, Hans Zimmer,
Yeah.
and M83. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much who I'm listening to quite a bit. I still use an iPod.
Yeah.
Nobody really uses them. I remember
Yeah.
probably a couple of years ago, Annette got me one of the old iPod classics. The one that has
Hmm.
like a million
Right.
gigabytes and the battery went in it. So we took it into the Apple store. And
Yeah.
then the next thing, they're all calling all the staff over, go, check this out. And I'm like, oh, come on. Like, you must have seen these. Well, we don't make these anymore. I went, what about the iPod Touches? Went, oh, no, we stopped making those last year.
Right.
They don't even
Yeah.
make iPod Touch. Everybody goes for iPhones. And I ain't paying
Yeah.
1,700 quid for
Right.
a phone / listening device. So I don't know what I'm going to
Right.
do when mine dies.
Yep.
Madness.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Fantastic Four. You've seen it, I guess?
Yeah, we went to go see that in the theater, and, I still think, um, we're suffering from, Infinity War, the last 2,
Yeah.
where we had all the characters on in the story, and so I think that was why I was disappointed with the new Captain America movie, because there were just 3 supers in there. I mean, Bucky made
Yeah.
a brief appearance, but I mean, that was it. And I just thought they could have done more. Surely there's plenty in production and they could have had more than Bucky, show up and say, "Hey." But I was trying to get my mind right, if you will, to go see Fantastic Four, set my expectations low, not in insult to the filmmakers, but just so that I would enjoy it more. And I did. I thought it was good.
Hmm.
It totally different than the oh my gosh, the new Avengers.
Thunderbolts.
Yes, thank you. Couldn't get
Yeah,
it
which
out
I
today.
liked. I thought that was
Yeah.
fine too. I'm like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but it had a lot more action. And I think having more characters
Yeah,
probably, was a benefit. Although, it was interesting that, that was another movie that obviously they had shot a bunch of and then decided, hey, we need to take this in a different direction, and kind of recut some stuff, killed somebody off in the first scene that maybe could have gone further. Anyway, it's just weird how people shoot movies. I don't think independent films are made that way. I think we shoot with intention,
yeah,
and we shoot what I mean, we've storyboarded. We're trying not to be wasteful of our money or anyone else's time. So,
yeah. Whereas big studios, certainly the Marvel ones, they're like, should we just reshoot the first half again? You're like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
whatever.
Let's
Yeah.
let's do that. The
Yeah.
the thing I liked about Fantastic Four is because I've not seen all the Marvel stuff. I dropped out just after Black Panther, so there's a whole bunch. Once they started doing the TV shows, I'm
Right.
like, I don't have time to keep up with all of those, so I've sort of dipped
Right.
in and dipped out. I didn't feel that I was missing out anything not having seen all of that stuff by watching the Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
which was quite good. It
Yeah.
wasn't like throwbacks to other stuff. I mean, it had like the Earth 838 or whatever. I'm like, don't even know what that is, but I'm
Right.
guessing it's an alternate Earth.
Right,
somewhere, and
right.
that turns out what it was.
Yeah.
But you could go into that not having seen any of the other Marvel movies,
Right.
and you'd be fine.
Yeah. And I think they did a good job remaining true to the characters. I thought it was kind of cool making Johnny a scientist as well.
Yeah,
Versus like, he's when Chris oh my gosh, man, there's so many Chris's in the Marvel verse. But anyway, when
Evans.
yes, when Chris Evans played him back way back in the day, he was just a playboy. He was just, a dude on fire.
Yeah,
So that was kind of interesting, and cool dynamics, and the robot and stuff was nice too. And but yeah, Michelle and I enjoyed it. We were glad that we saw it in the movie theater, although again, the picture quality was not as good as what we have at home. And the sound quality wasn't as good as home. So, but I mean, it
yeah.
was it was nice going out and doing something that we used to do, going to the movies.
I haven't been to the movies. I think the last film I saw was F1
Yeah.
at the movies, which I think was back in May, and that's currently
Yeah.
still my favorite film I've seen this year. It's still
It
there.
was
So
Yep, it was great. And one it's that movie probably helped push my subwoofer towards death. And then we were
yeah,
watching the new Mark Wahlberg. Oh, was it? Yeah, I think it was the new Mark Wahlberg movie where um he's, it's spy thing or whatever, and so many explosions and stuff. And so anyway, my subwoofer died. So Jake Almond, who
oh
yeah, he said, "Well, here's what I have. I have two of these, and they're really, really good." And I'm like, "Oh, well, okay." And they were on sale, 50% off on Amazon. And so anyway, it is four times the size of my old subwoofer. It just
wow,
sits in front of the cabinet, man, and it was so loud. Michelle was at the other end of the house, and she could feel the vibrations coming out of it, because, of course, I'm going to test it out once I plug it up.
of course.
Um, but yeah, when I went outside to look at the package that was delivered, and I'm like, "Whoa, where's my package?" Because this thing is huge. So anyway, but it sounds amazing. But it
I
did
I
take a
have
little adjustment.
I have a cinema surround set as well, but I don't use it
Yeah,
because I don't want to. Because it's like I find with the surround sound stuff, you've got to
yeah,
turn it up when it's dialogue. And you're like, what's that? What? And
right,
then
right,
when a bomb goes off, you're like, turn it down. And I don't want to sit and be doing this for like an hour and a half.
right.
So I
Yeah,
generally just use the TV speaker,
yeah,
which I shouldn't really because I've got a surround sound thing. So
yeah.
hey, Midnight Social. Midnight Social always pops in the chat on a Sunday at 1 o'clock when I'm doing these shows, and here they are
Nice.
at 9 o'clock on a Thursday evening. So I think I'm being stalked, but I'm all right with that.
Yeah, that's
It's
good,
good.
man.
It's good to have fans.
Yeah, it really
Sorry,
is.
I made that sound like it was plural. It's good to have a fan. There we go. That'll
Well, you've
work.
got you've got me and Neil, so that's at least three fans, Stuart.
That that is true. Yep. One more. I need to start up a Facebook page, don't I? Like a
That's
fan page or something.
right. I'm
Oh,
surprised when Facebook like notified me that two people had followed the Waxing Cinematic Facebook page. And I'm thinking,
nice.
it's been years since we did a Waxing Cinematic. And I think the
Yeah,
last
it has been
one that
years.
yeah,
Sort that
I
out.
think the
Sort it
last
out, John.
it was funny. We went over to Jake and Heather's house right before Halloween, and they always have like chili and whatever, cornbread or whatever, and then we go eat it around a big bonfire. And so Jake's oldest son was there. Usually all the kids go away, and Ryan is 17. I mean, I still remember when he was born and holding him, walking around, holding on to him while we were setting up some stuff before Heather could take off and go somewhere with him. But anyway, when he was a wee little thing. And
Yeah,
so he is very opinionated about movies and stuff, but it was a very good conversation. And I really wish that I had, brought some sort of recording device,
me too.
because that could have been a cool episode.
I miss your
Yeah.
shows. I mean, I like these ones because we're both on it,
Right.
and I get to chat to you and stuff. But it's like
Right.
I
Yeah.
miss the waxing. I'm still subscribed to that one. I'm still
Yeah.
subscribed to a bunch of podcasts, but
Yeah.
the list gets shorter and shorter. People just go away, don't they? And stop podcasting.
They do. And I told
I
Nicola
have nothing
that
else to do, so
right.
I'm not going anywhere.
But I told Nicola that you still ask about the 18 Degrees Below Horizon
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
And so anyway, maybe in 2026 we'll do one, I mean, like, who knows?
Just one,
Yeah.
just one, just one,
I'm
just
setting
one
my
episode.
expectations low, so maybe it's achievable.
Do one episode in the beginning of January about how to develop patience,
All
and
right.
then just don't do another one for the rest of the year.
I like that, man. That's an
I think
excellent idea.
I've been
Yeah.
doing this for like, I don't know how many years, 14 years, something like that. I think 14. I
Yeah.
just ripped my headphones out of my ears. That was
All right.
uncomfortable. Yeah, 14 years I've been podcasting. I forgot there was a
Yeah.
cable there to put my hands down and yank the headphones out. But yeah, 14 years. This is like episode number 780 something.
Yeah. I
Crazy.
don't know why I would have
I don't know
thought that
why
it
either,
was
to be honest.
15. Oh no. No, I mean, like, I would have thought 15 to 16 years. I can't remember, but I guess that would be about right.
I think I can actually have a look. I have on my desktop a little folder with a backup.
Yeah.
2011 was the first one.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2011. I've
Yeah.
lost the preview window. There we go. Yeah, you go back. Right. Yeah, 2011. Back in the
Yeah.
days of Harold Levitt, Big Pimpin',
Right.
Dexter Gold,
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
So yeah, back in the days of just audio podcasting, it was so much easier just doing an audio one. To be fair,
Yeah. Yes, it was. And
now
it's
with all this
funny.
video, it's technology
Yeah.
everywhere. Crazy.
Do you ever touch base with Harold? I mean, like, I see him periodically online when I'm playing Xbox.
Yeah, I've probably swapped maybe a couple of messages with him over the past couple of years, just on Facebook. I normally
Yeah.
wish him a happy birthday or comment on something, and then he'll come back. But
Yeah.
him and Roard's still doing okay. Still, it's weird. It's like you go back and you think about all the people that used to podcast, like Anthony Alex and all that sort of
Right.
stuff, and
The
you're like,
angry mailman, wasn't it?
I haven't spoke to him for ages. I miss
Yeah.
that guy. But
Yeah.
hopefully he's okay. But people
Yeah.
disappear off the social media platforms, so you
Yeah.
can't go. I'll just reach out to them because you don't know where they
Right.
are anymore.
Well, and then,
So
the funny thing is, like, I think it's Jake is not no longer on Twitter. He's not on Facebook anymore. So I guess he's on Instagram and Threads. I think that's the extent. I know
mhm.
Heather's on Instagram and Threads and Facebook, but anyway, but yeah, I mean, there was something I was trying to tag Jake in on Twitter, and he never told me
It's
that he
gone.
wasn't on there anymore. Yeah, so
I'm
Twitter was
still on
like,
there.
there
Yeah,
is no at Jake Allman. So yeah,
Twitter is a weird platform now. It's just it seems very
yep,
quiet. I mean, people are still using it, obviously, but there
yeah,
was a time when you would. I kind of miss the times when it was like one media platform. You just go, I'm
yeah,
just going to put out a tweet. Now it's like
right,
I've got to put it out in about 5 different flaming platforms.
yeah,
So it's a nuisance.
yeah.
But the interactions on Twitter are very quiet as well. Not a lot of people have conversations with each other. They just use it as a
Dude, and we used to. I mean, like, it
yeah,
was it was like a, I guess, the new thing, but it was like a call board or message board or something. And
yeah.
I could post and people would comment in return, and I would comment on different other people's posts. And now I think I can put anything on there,
Hmm.
and no one sees it.
Algorithms, they suck.
Yeah, well, because I'm not verified. So I'm not really
Yeah.
me on Twitter because I'm not going to pay $7 a month for nothing.
No, me
So
neither. Nope. Nope. I refuse to pay $7 for something unless I'm making $7 on that platform to
right,
cover the costs.
right.
It's like it's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
It's
still playing around with the YouTube thing, trying to work out how this whole platform works and stuff. I'm
right.
getting it. Learned a few things, but
Yeah.
fell in a few potholes as well. So there's that. So yeah, what have you been watching then? Oh, pretty much all I've watched is Fantastic Four and some old movies. But
Yeah. Hey,
uh,
so I did want to ask you about a mass gathering called Unite the Kingdom. Was that anywhere near you?
no, what why would they trying to unite the kingdom? Very very clever name. I get
It's
it, but yeah.
Was it Billy something? maybe it was Mickey. I can't remember the dude's name, but he's somebody who's trying to get the UK government to quit being dumb or something. I don't know, but supposedly
Good luck.
one hundred
Good luck with that.
thousand people showed up. Yeah, I know,
Oh, it
man. It's
wasn't Tommy, was it?
yeah, that's it, man. I knew there was a
Yeah.
Y, but yeah,
So
but
it's all silliness, isn't it? I mean, you
yeah,
can't get the government to stop being stupid
no.
because they
Well,
all
it's
are.
the same
So,
around the globe. I mean, at least the
yeah,
dictators are being honest, and but
yeah.
everybody else, yeah, it's
I've
a
kind
bunch of
of
smoke and mirrors.
I've kind of just bowed away from politics.
Yeah,
If I see it, I'll be like, oh, that's quite interesting, but
yeah,
I don't get annoyed by it or
right,
celebrate politics, whatever, because
right. Yeah, I'm
it's
with you
annoying.
there. I used to try to keep up with it, and periodically, I try to walk about 2 miles with my dad 3 days a week. He needs the exercise. I do too. Let's face it. But anyway, he is always bringing up politics, and I'm just like, hey, the sky is blue. Let's not ruin this day with talk
Yeah,
of politics, because yeah, talking about it is not going to change anything, and he'll get really loud and riled up, and yeah,
not worth
and
it.
I'm not into
No,
that.
I don't get annoyed by anything that I can't change.
Yeah,
It's not worth it. So
right.
I've got enough crap going on at the minute. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather spend
Right,
2 hours talking about how great the never-ending story is.
right, yep.
That sort of thing, because it's better for your brain. But
And
yeah, no,
talking about better
I think I saw that Unite the Kingdom thing, and it's just like you look at it on
yeah,
TikTok and you're like, whatever.
yeah.
Does the character? Oh, okay. So Lee Man, all right. Does the character Jigsaw and Jeff the Killer have ketchup lips and bald sausage lips? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
I'll go with yes. I don't really. I love the fact that people can just drop random questions in the chat, though. I genuinely like that, but I can't
Yeah,
claim to
yeah.
understand every question. So,
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
one of the things I miss about the early days of Waxing Cinematic was
Mm,
the interaction with the people that were there consistently, and because they were, I mean, like every single time we were, live streaming, there were, like 15 to 20 people that just showed up religiously, and Dexter's dad was one of them, and he tried to be the moderator, and
yeah.
he would send me and Jake a message, and maybe it was just me, but anyway, sorry. Jax just dropped a tire
It's
on the
okay.
on the if you wondered where the earthquake was. But anyway, but yeah, so that was cool, man. But
And
I miss the interaction with people because that
with
was fun.
Merlange,
Yeah. Which she
Blandine, so she's still
she
around, still listens to my audio podcast, and she'll get a message now and again.
yeah.
It's
Yep.
great.
She has come in numerous times. She has some family that live about 2 hours away from us, so she'll
Yeah.
come in and see them, and then she'll drive over and see. Like I think the last time we were over at Jake's house for dinner, but it was nice meeting her and
Oh
honestly
wow. Yeah.
visiting. Yeah,
Well, you're one up on me because I've only
yeah.
virtually met her, but obviously I live in a different continent, so that's
Right.
perfectly understandable. But
Yep. Well, I
yeah,
mean, even Neil, I mean, like, I guess he's still doing an audio mix on his TV show. But I mean, it's we've been so busy on the weekends and stuff, but hopefully in the new year we'll be able to get him up and because he and I've never met. And one of
he
these days it
was.
would be nice if you and I could meet.
Oh, absolutely. He was talking to me probably about 2 3 weeks ago, and he was like,
Yeah.
"I might go up and see John." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, I got an email, and John was poorly," and he's like, "Well, I might go see him another time then." So he's
Yeah.
definitely planning on coming up and saying hi, and
Yeah.
just pester him into showing you some of the Time War, which I'm sure he
Yeah.
will do because I've seen some of it from. I mean, it was
Yeah.
years ago, so it's probably changed a lot since then.
Well, I
But
think he's going to show up with a briefcase with a handcuff attaching
like
him to it, and
like
then
Pulp
he'll open
Fiction,
it up, and there'll
yeah,
be a USB cable, and then we'll watch it. So,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Either
yeah,
that or a drive that looks like the HAL 900 and or 9000. Sorry, I get my Terminator and robots confused. But anyway, and it scans his eye, and then it'll
mhm.
play. So top security. So.
I know when he shows up because I've seen him quite a few times over the years. He'll just be like, "I'm going to be in England." I'm like, "Okay, pop in," and he'll show up and he's got like this huge. I'm sure you could fit a body in it. It's a
Right.
massive hard case with all this
Oh
camera stuff in,
yeah. Yep.
and it's that. The amount of equipment. Me, I just go traveling with a backpack. I mean,
Right.
but no, not Neil. Neil has to
Yeah.
take everything with him.
Yeah. It is amazing. Like my entire light kit can fit in a very small bag now versus it was in a good sized suitcase for the longest time when I was shooting more movies and stuff. And I still
Yeah,
prefer the non LED lights and with the just standard bulbs, man. Not standard, but you get what I'm saying. But
yeah,
it's a different warmth that LED can emulate. But if I have the space, I'll carry my big lights with me. So
yeah. I just use natural light because that's how I like to shoot, and that's how I
yeah,
don't have to carry lights with me. Okay.
right. Steven Soderbergh agrees.
I think, well, me and Stephen are like that. We've got the same first initial, so what more do you need?
Right. So you were
So
asking what we've been watching, man. The
yeah,
Great British Baking Show season 13. I think that wrapped up maybe a week and a half ago. I can't remember,
yeah.
but that was, I mean, like that always is a favorite of me and Michelle. Michelle loves to bake as well as cook, and so that's part of the reason why we started watching it. But it's such a good-natured show where any of the contestants could say, "Hey, can you give me a hand?" Or some of them who have finished their baking are just looking for someone to help. I mean, it's a totally different show than most show
Mhm.
with contestants where everybody's hoping that they'll fail so they can win, and But it's really a good-hearted show, so we enjoy that.
The season that you watched, was it the season with the lady with no hair?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So you're on the same season as Annette. She loves it. I don't quite get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
so what are they doing this week? It's quiche week or cake week. I'm
Right.
like, really?
Right.
It's cake week. How
Yeah. Yeah.
thrilling can cake? But she loves it. So yeah, you're on the same seasons.
Yeah, it's been fun. There was the lady from the UK who I'm not sure if she had some form of Tourette's or something, but I mean, she was another one that was very talented and didn't let her disability. Not that she really had one, but I mean, there were times where she had trouble getting her words out. But I mean, it did not stop her, from
Mm,
being on the show. So I admire people that um, just they're there to win. They want to enjoy life regardless. So
yeah.
yeah. Let's see here. What else? Do you have HBO Max or whatever they call it over on
No,
your?
well, we have Sky Atlantic, which
Mm,
is where that channel shows most of the HBO stuff. So we're
yeah.
currently watching Welcome to Derry.
Oh, how was that?
It's good. It's
Yeah.
I look at it online, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's boring, don't like it.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
really, what? I don't. I'm always fascinated by what people hate. But it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. I
Well,
keep having
good.
arguments with people who are like, oh, another remake. It's like, it's not a
Yeah.
remake. Yeah, it is. It's a remake of it. I'm like, it's not a remake
Yeah.
of it.
It's a
Based
prequel,
on
right?
It's a prequel that's not based on really anything because there's no
Right.
book for it to be based
Yeah.
on. It's good. 3 episodes so far. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's very violent, but
Yeah.
that's fine. But it's
Yeah.
it's slow paced, but I'm okay with slow paced.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I think that's a consistency thing, you know? If
Yeah.
it's kind of wonky and like a slinky dog where it's fast and slow, then yeah, it's not necessarily the best. But there's a show called Task that has Mark Ruffalo on there, and
Okay. I've
that's
seen that.
finished up over here, but it's good. He's on a
Hmm.
task force trying to catch a a suspect, someone on the list, and it's interesting. The story really shows how similar people are. And, one is an FBI agent, the other is someone who's running from the law. But there are so many similarities in their life and what drives them, and family's a big part. So that was interesting.
Okay. Humongous in the chats just reminded me. Put a quote in there. Puts the lotion on the basket or it gets the hose again. Um, we finished off watching Monster Ed Gein on
Oh, what
Netflix.
did you think? Yeah.
And I really liked it. I hated it.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I like the first 2 seasons of Monster,
Yeah.
but there's the stylistic choices that Ryan Murphy and his team are doing in this one. It's like, oh, we're just going to
Yeah.
rewrite history.
Yeah.
I get that it's not a documentary, but it's like, really?
Right.
And I think the couple of bits that really annoyed me was there was one So Ed Gein, serial killer in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
So you've got all that story played by Charlie Hunnam, who
And
plays the
he
character
doesn't even
really.
look like himself.
No,
I mean, they did a great job.
but did you hear his voice? Hello, how
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
And that's really jarring. I mean, I don't know if
Yep.
that's how Ed Gein sounds because you know what, I don't have Ed Gein audiobooks or anything, but that was really, really jarring for that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and but I forgave that. But
Yeah.
it was just jumping around with reality. So it would jump
Yeah.
back to World War II, Nazi Germany, and this woman, the butcher of Birkenau or something like that. So we get all that, and we get Charlie Hunnam's character talking to her over a ham radio, and you're like, what? And then
Yeah.
the Toby Hooper, who directed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there was a
Yeah.
scene where he was in there, and you're like,
Re-
no, that guy's no longer with us. Don't be putting actions in his. Because there's a lot of people out there who would watch the Monster Ed Gein thing and go, oh, I now know what Ed Gein did. And you're like, no, you really don't. He did
Right. Yeah.
virtually none of the stuff you've seen in the TV show.
Yeah.
So the whole, yeah, the stylistic choice just kind of annoyed me. But it was only 8 episodes, and Annette was
Yeah.
enjoying it. And I'm like, you know what? I'll carry on and we'll just watch it all. But I was so
Yeah.
happy when it was like one more episode to go. I'm like, thank God for that. Yeah, I did not like it
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all.
I just chose not to watch it. I think Michelle started it and just decided it wasn't a good time for her to watch it. But yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know, man. I have not been in the mood for that kind of for that kind of a
No,
TV show. A
no,
movie's different. I mean, I
yeah.
would gladly watch Silence of the Lambs or any of those movies because it's an evening and then you're done. But this
Yeah.
commitment where you're watching a TV series that you're really not into. I mean, that takes me right back to The Acolyte. So it's where it was just like, dang man, one more episode versus what is it called? The Last Frontier, which is on Apple, which
Okay.
is excellent. I cannot that's probably one of my favorite series of the year. And but that one, it's like we're on episode 7 and then excited, but I don't want the show to finish. And then I find out there's 10
Yeah.
episodes, which is
Nice.
pretty lengthy nowadays, not for when you and I were much younger watching
No, 20,
TV.
22 every like 6 months.
Yeah.
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 So I know you're a
Um,
huge Apple fan. Have you seen the
yeah.
news that Monarch is coming back in February?
No, that's awesome. I'm
I'm
kind of
very happy about that.
surprised with Michelle's job that she didn't already know that because she will, periodically during the day hit me up with a text and say, "Hey, did this movie looks good, this TV show looks good. Did you know this is coming back?" And that's awesome. I've been wondering when that was going to happen.
Do you want me to message you later and say why are you keeping secrets from John? It's not
Yes,
nice. That is a slippery slope to go
right.
down. But yeah,
Well,
I saw that.
especially,
Saw the
yeah,
article today, and I'm like, "Ooh, Monarch," because it's been a while since the first
yeah.
season was on.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's the way Apple does.
Yeah,
Um, Pluribus is another new show on Apple, and it's weird, man. It is kind of like Severance, where there's just it's just weird. And I don't want to give anything away, but because the trailer really didn't tell you much, but it was enough to make Michelle and I want to at least watch one episode. And we've gotten to the second episode. And I don't mean that in a negative way. We've completed
mm,
it, but it's good. That and Loot is always funny.
okay,
If you've ever watched that, I think that's
no,
season 3, maybe. Um, oh, what is her name? It's not Amy Schumer, but it's another Saturday Night Live alum, Maya Rudolph. She's in that. Hilarious. And did you see 28 Years Later?
yeah.
Yeah.
The second one coming out in January, so
No
big.
way. 28 years later and some change? Ooh, nice. Yeah. Was that not odd? I mean, I was like at the very end, and you've got these tracksuit parkour guys, and yeah, that just cracked me up. Yeah, Right. Yeah. But it was cool because okay. The fact that, the whole movie starts off with the kid going to his dad and
Mm,
saying, "Hey," this priest and saying, "Hey, they're coming." And he's like, "Good, it's judgment day. Yippee!" Whatever. And you keep expecting that kid to show up. Maybe it's the dad. Maybe it's, and then you forget about him. And then boom, at
yeah,
the end, here they are doing all
yeah.
like that was funny.
It was good. I liked it a
Yeah,
lot. A very, very divisive film. There was a lot of people who hated it, and there was a lot of people that really liked it. And I was in the middle. I'm like, yeah, well, it's good.
yeah. Did
It's
they
not in
not?
my top films of the year
Yeah.
or anything, but it was good. I liked it.
Well, I mean, you think about 28 Days Later, and that was, I mean, like, that was so unusual to shoot it the way that they shot it, to
Hmm.
be able to show the streets of London, void of life, and zombies that ran. And if you got one speck of their blood or spit in you, then boom, within seconds, you're a zombie or you're a
Yeah,
rage monster,
yeah.
whatever. And, but yeah, I mean, like, so the first one was a novelty, but I thought it was good. And then the second one's probably my least favorite, but still it
Really?
was, yeah,
Oh,
still
I
it was
see.
good.
Second
Yeah.
one's a favorite to me.
Yeah.
The whole scene when Robert Carlyle leaves his family in the house and he's running across the field, and then there's the shot when they're all just
Right.
coming. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
genius. So no, I'm real
Yeah.
at number two.
Yeah. But so Michelle had never seen the first two, so we watched those, and then so we could be ready for 28 Days Later, and of course that dropped onto Netflix. Was it a month, 2 months ago, somewhere in there?
Okay.
So
What did she think
yeah.
of 28 days and 28 weeks? Did she enjoy them?
Um, she did, and she got the ending where of 28 years later, where it was like 28 days later, and then 28 weeks later, whatever, and so um that was kind of a cool nod back to the earlier was. So was that really Cillian Murphy,
Yeah.
or was it just some zombie that kind of looked like
Oh,
him?
the zombie. No, yeah, no, that was the zombie that looked like him.
Yeah,
And that sort of there was rumors, and I think he's credited in the first film, but he's like, where
yeah,
is he? He
yeah.
will, in theory, be in the next one. So that broke that Killian Murphy's coming back to
Right.
be in the 28 franchise.
Yeah.
So then when the trailer broke and people saw that zombie, they were
Right.
like, "Oh my god, that's Killian Murphy!" And it just
Yeah.
took off, became this huge news story. Oh my god, look,
Yeah.
Killian's there, Killian. And you look at it and you go, kind of looks a bit like Killian Murphy.
Yeah.
But no, it's a totally different guy. It's not him. It's yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what the Killian character has been doing in the movies, but
Yeah.
we'll see him at some point.
Because he was still alive and well at the end of the first one. So
Believe so, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he'll be back. He's doing Peaky Blinders at the minute, so I'm sure
Yeah.
he'll but yeah, you'll get to see him again in January when the Bone Temple comes out.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome. Again, I knew nothing about that. Oh, and going sticking with 28 years later, it was interesting all the behind the scenes stuff where they had like what was it, 50 iPhones all mounted so that they
Mhm.
could do that, kind of the Matrix shot, except it wasn't bullet time. It was like rage time or whatever. So that was kind of
Yeah.
cool. And then, but did you? And I guess this is also a topic for Neil to weigh in on the next time we're all three together. But I could tell how many pieces of glass we were looking through because the lenses were really long,
Yeah.
and it was pretty, but it was almost voyeuristic in that you could feel how far away you were from the actors, if you will. And
Mhm.
so that was, and of course I mentioned it to Michelle, and Michelle was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm enjoying the
Yeah.
movie. So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's good.
I'm sort of a little bit of what you're saying, but I'm more on
Yeah.
Michelle's side for that one. It's like, oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
And it didn't
No.
it didn't trip me up. I mean, there've been some movies, and I'd have to, really work hard to remember which one, but there've been a couple that I just didn't like the way they were shot. I thought the story was good, the acting was good, but I just didn't. I didn't like the way they were shot, and they're none of Zack Snyder's movies. I think he has a
No, I like
immaculate
Snyder.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that and
Two things
yeah,
that Snyder needs is one, a script writer. I don't mind
yeah,
his script, but maybe he needs a
yeah,
bit. Same with Michael Bay. And two
yeah.
is somebody who to say, Zach, this film's too long. Cut it down a little bit. But no, I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. I like the guy.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. What else? Did you? How far are you in the Daryl Dixon series?
I've seen the first two seasons. I've got season three to watch.
Yep.
So I'm a
Excellent.
little bit behind on the Walking Dead
Yeah.
universe thing.
That still Daryl Dixon is my favorite offshoot of the original. The
Yeah.
Maggie and what's his head is
Negan.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
and then the whole I guess they're gonna circle back for Rick and Michonne, um but anyway, I don't know. I haven't
Well,
heard anything about that either.
they've done. Have you seen that Rick and Michonne season or not?
I saw the first season.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I started watching it, so I've seen like the
Yeah,
first couple of episodes, and I'm like, yeah, it's
yeah,
okay. I just haven't gone back to it. So
yeah.
it's I guess it's one of those shows.
Yeah, I mean, by far, Daryl Dixon has the bigger heart. Really cares
Yeah.
about people, which comes out a lot.
Mhm.
Um, let's see here. We finished up the latest season of Slow Horses, which is one of our favorites.
Yeah.
It's in fact, have you seen this current season?
No, I've seen the first three episodes of season one when I had
Yeah,
Apple. And
gotcha.
every time Slow Horses gets mentioned on TV, and it's like I want to watch that. So at some
Yeah.
point, probably in the
Oh,
new
it
year, we'll be
is.
signing
Yeah.
up for Apple, and it's like right, we're just gonna have a Slow Horses couple of months and just
Yeah, it
batter
is
through it.
excellent. So there was one scene in there where there's a lot of gunfire, and that was what I cranked up to 11 with the new subwoofer. Props almost fell off the wall, and Michelle was just like, "Good lord, what are you thinking?"
Yeah, I'm gonna
Let's see here.
I'm gonna steal your segue because you said turn it
Oh,
up
do
to
it.
11. Turn it up to
Yeah.
11. Talking about
Right.
11, we're doing a rewatch of Stranger Things from the very
Yeah.
beginning. Preparing for the new season, season five,
Right.
which drops at the end of this month. Some of it does anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's been running 10 years. That show, that's ridiculous. 10 years for
Yeah.
5 seasons. Give me a break.
Well,
Uh,
and the
and I've
kids are
forgotten
no
most of it.
longer kids,
They're
and
all
we're in the
adults. They've got
90s,
mortgages.
right? Yeah.
I'm guessing so. They've all got mortgages. And their own children.
Right.
It's
You're
crazy,
not kidding.
but
Yeah.
we're enjoying it. I'd forgotten most of it.
Yeah.
So we're on, I think, near enough halfway through season three at the minute. So it's a shopping mall season.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we are on target to be able to go straight into the new batch on the
Yeah.
27th when they drop. I think it's the 27th or 21st, one of the two.
Yeah.
Because the internet will just ruin it. The internet will be like,
Yeah.
thanks for that, brilliant.
Yeah.
So we're having a mad dash. So we're watching that at the minute, and then we're also watching Only Murders in the Building,
Yeah. You enjoying it?
which we are. I think Annette was a little bit concerned at the beginning because we'd just come off a full watch of Schitt's Creek, which is
Right.
pure comedy.
Right.
Whereas Only Murders in the Building is a comedy, but it's drama, so it's a hint of
Yeah.
funny bits. So I think she
Right.
was a little bit unsure at the beginning, but we're
Yeah.
now season three. I think we are
Yeah.
into. We're enjoying it, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Well,
Good
good.
show.
Yeah. They're I think season 4 just wrapped up, and Michelle says they're already they're already planning on season 5.
Yeah.
So which is good.
Mayor of Kingstown's back, isn't it? Which
Yeah,
I
which
haven't
is
started
awesome.
watching. I haven't started watching it yet.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping at the beginning of it, it's like previously on because I need a recap because it feels
Right.
like it's been years since that show was on.
Yeah. Well, when you get run over by a snow tractor or snow plow, it can
That'll
slow
do it.
production.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And hopefully he'll actually be coming back to do another season of Hawkeye, because that was
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite Marvel TV shows on Disney.
Well, they were trying, weren't they? I don't know if you heard the whole story about that, but he'd come out and
Yeah.
he was like, "They want me to come back, but I'm not really sure because they want me to do twice as much work for half the price." And he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm not really up for that." So I don't know if they
Right.
managed to negotiate.
It sounded
Something
like they
better than that,
have, but
right?
we'll see, man. AI. Who trusts anything these days?
Do you think? I think in 5 years' time, AI will just be everywhere, and nobody will even blink an eyelid.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
it's
because
yeah. I mean, there is as I continued to write my first novel, there was one scene that I just decided I was going to type into Sora 2, which Sora 2 is an app you can have on your phone. It's free. And from it's like I did the whatever process it is so that I can become a character that I can use.
okay,
And you look at your phone and say like digit numbers. Maybe I should be AI right now. That would help out. But anyway, and and then you look up and sideways, and then from that they've captured everything. It's just weird, man. But I mean, being
wow.
able to um, have myself in different scenarios that have never done. I mean, like, doing a base jump off of the Empire State Building, stuff like that. But and having it be so realistic, it's weird. But now I've got all the dogs as characters as well. And so we can all have adventures. But there was this one scene from the novel, and I was just like, well, I wonder what that would look like. So I typed it in there, man, and Sora did a very good job.
Well, Annette, at the minute, I've never used Sora, but
Yeah.
ChatGPT is the one that
Right.
I've sort of sniffed around.
Right.
And Annette's had this idea for years. So we have this kitten who's sparked out next to me, sound asleep.
Right.
And it was his 1 year birthday the other day, on the 11th. So we got him a cake and everything. So great. And she's wanted to write children's books.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm going to write these books. I'm like, write the books because you
Yeah.
can self publish on Amazon and you can do this,
Right.
you can do that. So then we set up a Kickstarter to raise money to pay an actual illustrator
Right.
to actually do these drawings based on photographs that we've actually taken of the cat. The
Mhm.
Kickstarter is like dead in the water. Nothing. It's
Yeah.
just for algorithms or whatever it is. Nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, guess we'll be using AI to create these images based on
Yeah.
photos that we've taken because
Yeah.
there's no because illustration, and I get the illustrators are great, talented and stuff, but they're
Right.
not cheap. And
No.
if you haven't got any money to hire one,
Right.
what's the option? So we're sort of trying to catch the cat in specific poses so we can
Right.
then take a photo of it and then run it through AI and go make that 1 year old cat look like it's a kitten. And it's
Right.
creating that, and then we're tweaking it in various other software
Yeah.
things. So it's not
Yeah.
full on AI we're using, but we're just having to use whatever we can use to do these books. But she's written like I think 10 books so far, 10 stories.
Wow. Yeah.
So we're in the process now of making up draft copies so she can look at them and go, I'll change this, I'll change that, I'll use this. So
Yeah.
she's very excited about it. But
Well, that is
AI
awesome.
is a thing with that because there's
Yeah.
no other option. So
Yeah.
but
Well, I remember.
I think in years I think people just won't even bat an
Yeah.
eyelid, which is a shame because
Yeah.
you know I wouldn't watch a movie if it was just AI created.
Yeah.
I quite like my movies to be made by people that want to make a movie and who
Right.
you know put the lights up and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not
Yeah.
there yet where I would happily watch an AI channel, but
Yeah.
some people are probably.
Probably, and I think, the promise is for you to be able to sit down, in an evening and say, "Hey, you know what? I wanna watch something that's action-packed like an '80s movie with catchphrases, but I want it to be in sci-fi, I want it to be on Saturn," and then you say, "Okay, start the movie," and then it builds it as you're watching it. And so,
Mm,
you're getting exactly what you want, which I think is just gonna hurt
yeah,
entertainment altogether. It'll hurt your
yeah,
brain. I mean,
it will.
for
Yeah,
AI to create that, and I hate it for everybody who is losing jobs, thanks to AI, and especially on the creative end, because I don't think it's as good. And I mean, you
no,
come down to voiceover and the stuff that even a good friend of mine has been doing. She has been recording her voice, running it through some AI software, and changing it to a man or I don't know, changing dialects and stuff like that. And to me, it still sounds like digital trash, but yet
Yeah.
it's good enough for her client. So, and I mean, I'm still getting repeat business voiceover wise, but I don't
Good.
get as many new clients as I used to. And I think a lot of that is just the ease of use of, you throw your script in there and then it's good enough. And,
Yeah.
you're not spending the money that you would on me or, somebody like that. So,
I was listening to a podcast that talks about YouTube. So I'm trying to
mhm.
learn what the magic sauce is to make YouTube successful. So I'm listening to it's the one non-movie podcast I listen to. And they had somebody write into them going, I do an audio podcast, audio only. I do one, and I have an AI co-host. And it's like, really? No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. But you know what? Like Chat GPT and supposedly Grok is better and all this stuff. I really don't know. But um, I don't pay for Chat GPT, but periodically I'll have a conversation with the AI. And and I'll just hit the button, start the conversation. And my last conversation with Grok, which was probably 6 months ago, probably even longer than that. It was more or less like a therapist. It's like, oh, well, what do you think about Superman and this and that? And oh, well, yes, that's interesting, Superman. So what do you think about it? And I was like, you haven't entered in the conversation. But Chat
Mhm.
GPT, that voice sounds so natural, and she and I conversed for 30 minutes. I just had to stop. It's like when you're playing Knights of the Old Republic and you were having so much fun choosing what path, what to say, and I was playing that until 5:30 in the morning and then going, "Holy shit, I've got a
Wow.
client coming through in 4 hours and I've
Get some
got to be
sleep.
ready for them." Yeah, and not look like I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, we had a very deep conversation about the psychological profiles of Batman and Superman, and she took deep dives that I just didn't think she would be able to.
Yeah.
And so I get it as far as having a co-host that I get it, but I would rather co-host with you or
Yeah.
Jake or Nicola. Just because of the interaction and the
Yeah.
differing thoughts about things, and because we all bring our own view to the table, and I think that's what makes it intriguing.
Yeah, I mean, I show up to the conversation that we started like an hour ago,
Mhm.
and I had no clue, other than the fact I've watched Fantastic Four and a few. I had no clue how this conversation is going to go, and I love that.
Right?
If
Yeah,
if it was
yeah.
chat, if it was AI, then I would know exactly
Right,
what I'm going to ask you and exactly what that sort of thing.
right.
It's like that just doesn't interest me whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, these people that want to lean so heavily on Chat GPT to come up with formulas for shows and whatever, I think that's to their detriment because it is
Hmm.
basing what it's going to tell you on history instead of what might be new. It's not going to be a futuristic idea. It's just going to be, well, what about this and that? And this show was pretty good, wasn't it? Had good ratings. And yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I would much rather create organically than than digitally. Although I guess in another 10 years, when AI is going back through all of the podcasts, they'll be like, you know what? We're gonna have to shut John down. We heard what he said about AI. So
yeah.
yeah.
We'll get somebody up, knock at the door. John Fouts, yes, bang. I mean, John Fouts is falling over all over the US and
I
various other
saw
countries.
but then I'll be back, but it won't be me. But you and
No,
I will be conversing and it'll be the digital version of me. There was
yeah.
some David Ayer does the whatever on Instagram, I think it's stories where it'll show up at the top and you click on it and it can
Mm,
be a whole run of it can be dozens of little posts that somebody else did. But anyway, there was one where it said, "This is why I don't answer unknown callers." And this this woman answers like a 60s show. And she picks up the phone and says, "Hello." And on the other end, you see, like the diabolical bad guy, the villain, um, hold the phone out, pull out a 357 to go boom. And it killed the lady on the other end. Absolute ludicrous, but yet it
yeah,
was funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what else? What else? What else? Yeah, Tulsa King. I'm up to date on
Yeah.
that. It's a good show.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
we're one behind, so we get it on Sunday nights or Sunday
Yeah.
daytimes, and so we
Yeah.
haven't watched this Sundays, but
Yep. We
I'm enjoying that.
are, I think, 2 episodes behind. We got behind on Strange New Worlds, which is one of our
Mhm.
favorites too. I mean, it's a feel good thing. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
like we also enjoy Mayor of Kingstown, which is not necessarily a
Mm.
feel good show, but it is very well written and I love the mood. So, yeah, but it takes a balance. It's kind of like your music list and my music list. It's a very eclectic, and it's eclectic for a reason. If I'm writing or creating anything, there's certain things that I want to write to kind of push me into a mode, or if it's something I'm picking back up, like there's one there's so many stories I started on and then it's like, well, I'll finish it later. You know, it's kind of like a piece of art that I'll just kind of set aside until I feel inspired to complete it. But sometimes it's good going back and listening to the songs that I listened to when I was writing it originally, to take me back to that headspace.
Yeah. I'm the same with movies though. I've just added some more movies to my. I mean, it was originally a top 100 list or favorite
Yeah.
100 list. Now it's
Yeah.
just short of 250 now.
Oh wow, man. That's
And
cool.
so I've added Mad Max Fury Road to it
Yeah.
this evening. American
Yeah.
History X,
Yeah.
and from 1979 I added Moonraker,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Goldeneye.
Yeah.
So that's four new additions to there. So
Yeah.
it's getting there. I'm going to cap it at 250 because otherwise I'm just going to end up with a top 490. It's like it's
Right.
getting a bit ridiculous. But so I'm going to cap it off at 250, and then if
Yeah.
something pops in, I'm going to have to kick something out, and
Yeah.
that's when it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I
Because I
enjoy
think,
watching these older films again. I'm really into that. So I haven't
yeah.
seen Stephen King's Carrie for years, so we watched that the other night. We're
Yeah.
going to do a complete Stephen King watch through,
Yeah.
in the order they came out. So we watched Carrie last week, and then Salem's Lot will be next week. So proper old school.
Yeah. That's cool. I thought about doing the same thing with Guy Ritchie movies and TV shows, just to
Mm.
and just roll through it because there is a theme. It's all very
Yeah, yeah.
gangster, and then the music is also a very solid theme throughout. So
Which soundtrack did you say you couldn't get? Was it Snatch?
yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll see if I've
That,
got that one.
that and then if you've got Lock Stock, I'd love that one too. So
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I have a big soundtrack collection, so I'll dig through
Okay.
that later on. I'll make a note of that and see if I can track them
Yeah.
down for you.
Yeah. But it was fun watching Snatch again, and um like I say, I'm just enjoying going back through things that I have a familiarity with and enjoy. So,
Because I keep thinking that it's like we used to watch the same film over and over again in our
mhm.
younger years, and we don't do that as much. And people in
Yeah.
general don't do it as much
Right.
because there's always just something new to
Yeah.
I must catch up on it, otherwise people will go, "You've not watched it." Oh no, it's like
Right.
no, not. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that anymore. It's
Yeah.
like if I want to watch it, I'll watch it. If I don't, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Well, I was fortunate to see Superman I think it was Saturday. It came out Friday or Thursday night and in the States. And so I watched it that Saturday. But I mean, it was tough to avoid all the spoilers and
Mhm.
people saying it sucked or it was awesome and or Henry Cavill's the best. And so, it's just which Henry Cavill Highlander series. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, the movie. Yeah,
Oh, is
um,
it a
I,
movie?
it's a
Oh, it's
movie.
gonna be a
Yeah.
series of movies then. I gotcha.
Well, I think it'll definitely be one,
Yeah,
and it'll depend
because
how
there
much.
can be only one?
Well, it
Continue.
depends. Well,
Sorry.
yeah, and then it'll depend how much money it makes.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
unfortunately, with that type of film, there's going to be an element that comes out on the internet going, "It sucks," because I like the
Right.
one with Christoph Lambert in it. It's like, so do I.
Right. Yeah.
But you go
Yeah.
back and watch that one, and you
Yeah.
go, I could see why they need to remake that.
Yeah.
And with Chad Stahelski, who's done the John Wick movies, directing that one, you're like, he could do a real. Can you imagine a sword fighting in that film? That would
Yeah.
be absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But
But it is
there's already an element of people out there going, why is it not a Scottish person that's playing a Highlander? It's like, well, because the Highlander was you don't know when he was created. So you
Right.
just lived in Scotland at some point, but
Right.
it's whole people just get mad at everything. It's ridiculous, but
It's where-
I think it'll be interesting.
yeah, yeah. But that popped up on my news feed the other day, and so yeah, I thought that looked pretty good.
Mhm.
Have you seen Frankenstein? Del
Not yet.
Toro's.
I have not yet. Nope. I'm
It is
good.
phenomenal. Yeah,
The one I really want to watch, which is also on Netflix, is the Catherine Bigelow film House of Dynamite. I really want to watch that, but I've
yeah,
just after I'd done the full month of horror movies in October, whilst you
yeah.
can sort of say a film about nuclear war is a horror film, it's more of a thriller, I think.
It
So
is.
we thought, well,
Yeah,
we'll watch that in November, but then I went through this
right,
whole. I don't really want to watch anything because I've just burned myself out watching 31 horror movies in 31
right,
days. So we've not
right.
quite ramped up into playing catch up yet. But
Yeah.
Frankenstein will definitely be one that we watch as well.
Yep. Frankenstein was awesome. When you watch House of Dynamite, we can discuss that.
Hmm.
That'll be
I know
interesting to get your take on it.
some people are mad at the ending, and I don't know what the ending is, but it sounds like the ending is you can make up your mind what the ending is, and I think a lot of people are like, I don't like that. I'd rather be told. Whereas I quite like
Right.
I like the open ending to where I can make my own decision up. But we will
Yep.
talk about that
Yeah.
when we
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's different. And I guess it was almost like, after Monsters Incorporated came Finding Nemo. And I'm like, where's the nemesis? Oh, it's his fear.
Yeah.
What? I want a bad guy. You know what I mean? So I was used to
Hmm.
it, but yet Finding Nemo is certainly endearing. But it was one of those things. I got to the end and I'm like, I don't know what to think about this. But then, it was good. The kids liked it anyway. So that was the main thing.
Talking Pixar, have you seen the Toy Story 5 teaser trailer?
What in the world, man? Toy Story
Good.
5?
Toy Story 5, the teaser
Yeah.
trailer dropped. I think it was yesterday it dropped.
Yeah.
So it's about 58, 59 seconds, and you look at
Yeah.
it and you go, it's quite clever.
Oh.
It's quite a
Yeah.
clever theme they're going down. I won't
Yeah.
tell you any more than that, but just have a look at it
Okay.
afterwards. It's
I
only
will
just short,
check it out.
just short of a minute, but it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm quite glad they've gone that way because it is something
Yeah.
that fits into the real world.
Yeah. There's a new George Clooney movie coming out. I think it's December the 5th. I think it's called Jay Kelly. I saw the trailer this morning, and it's gonna be on Netflix, and that one looks really good.
Okay. Netflix are a bit hit and miss with their movies, though, aren't they? They're like,
They are. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I think of all the networks, the strongest is Apple at the moment.
Apple. Yeah.
They don't have the library that, Netflix and some of these other streamers have, but man, it's just solid entertainment. Again, what is it? The Last Frontier. I think it was like the first episode had a tremendous cliffhanger, and then the second episode, huge cliffhanger, and then third, Michelle and I were like, really? It was awesome. So we were like, man, why can they not just drop them like Netflix? And we would have binged and we would have been up until five
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning and then had to go to work. But
The
it
thing,
was
the,
solid.
the thing with Apple, and I saw two people having an argument about it because one person was saying Apple's great, it's one of the best
Yeah.
streaming platforms out there, which is like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But then the other person was like, yeah, but look, they haven't got a library as big as Netflix. You go, well, that's true, but you're
Right.
never going to watch everything that's on Apple.
Right.
You just can't. But
Right.
I would say probably 90% of stuff on Apple is great,
Yeah.
whereas 30% of stuff on Netflix is pretty good. It's that sort of
Right.
difference. If it's on
Yeah.
Apple, you go, oh, I'll watch that because it's on Apple.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like HBO, isn't it? Where at one point it's like, who's making that TV show? Oh, it's an HBO show. I'll watch that.
Right.
And odds
Yeah.
are it would be pretty good.
Yep.
Netflix, you're like, oh, okay, I'll give it a go then. But
Yeah.
Apple are really, really good.
They are. Hulu, I guess I'm not big on broadcast TV in the United States anyway. There are a couple of shows that we watch, but it's just a different flavor and it's just so campy, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
It's just the acting is a little off, feels a little subpar compared to what we're watching on Apple in particular or Paramount. Paramount, those shows are
Mm.
good. There's so much good TV. Now it really is a sharp contrast versus like when, 20, 30 years ago, you could watch, you had shows that you wanted to watch on every network almost, because they were all about the same level. Um, but anyway, yeah. And I mean, if the Finder is any litmus to what quality things were back in 2012, excellent show. Of course, it
Mhm.
didn't get a season two, kind of
Nope.
like Serenity and so many other TV shows. So, or Firefly. Sorry, man, I get confused
Firefly. Yeah.
between the movie and the
Yeah.
TV show. Yeah.
I've still not started Alien Earth yet. I need to get into that.
Oh,
You know,
dude,
I do
I
want to watch
highly
it.
recommended that. Yeah,
That was just starting around the time I had my health thing kick off in
gotcha.
mid-August. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll wait until I've recovered, and then because it's all finished, well, all finished because you get to season two.
yeah,
Season one's all finished. I'm like,
yeah.
it'll be there. I'll watch it. I'll watch it before I get rid of Disney in a couple of months when my
Right,
special offer runs out, and I ditch it for
right.
6 months, and then
Yeah,
go over to Apple or something like that.
yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it.
I figure something good is about to come out on HBO Max because I'm about ready to drop it. And that's the way it goes. I mean, like once
Yeah.
Peacemaker was done, which Peacemaker was another, I thought it was a good season.
Mhm.
And it had a unique ending, and supposedly that ties into the next Superman movie. So I mean, I enjoyed it. But I mean, that's been done for weeks, and I'm just like, why am I keeping HBO Max? And there's nothing, other than reruns of different movies. They've got a
Yeah.
great DC library. But normally when I'm about to drop a streaming service, boom, they come out with something phenomenal. So
Welcome to
hopefully
Derry.
that's
You've got that.
oh, that's right. That's
So that's
right.
on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
3 episodes been on so far. I think it's 9 in total. So you've got 6 weeks before that show
Yeah.
is done. So that's
Yeah.
worth checking out if you're a fan of the It movies, I guess. But
Yeah, yeah. Michelle and I both enjoyed it, and then the kind of reboot of it, where it's almost like Stranger Things, but a little
yeah,
harder. I think.
yeah. The Welcome to Derry is it's like Stranger Things, but for adults. It's pretty
Yeah,
vicious, but it's good.
yeah. And it has what's his name, Skarsgård, back as the
Yeah,
the alien clown.
yeah. And it's got Dexter's dad's in it as well, James Remar.
Oh, really?
So he plays,
Yeah,
and it ties into a lot of the other Stephen King stuff. I won't say which ones, but there's a lot of Easter egg plot lines that are
yeah.
running into that because it's not based on an actual book. They
Gotcha.
can just thread different things in. So if you're a big
Yeah.
King fan, then you can be like, oh, I know what that's from.
Ah, nice. It's kind of like what was it? Castle Rock? Was that the name of it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was really good, although that was not I mean, it wasn't based on a Stephen King, book, but yet some of the characters did come from his writings, so,
Mm.
yeah, that was fun. I don't know what happened to it, I guess it must have finished or
Two
thought it was done.
seasons, 2 seasons,
Yeah.
and it got cancelled. So
Yeah. It's
you
I
know,
think studios are just rough. Networks are rough on their shows, and Netflix is probably the worst when it comes to, yeah, everyone seemed to like it, but it didn't make as much money as we wanted, so we're going to cut ties. We're going to, um but then Netflix will pick up shows that, really weren't all that successful and try to make a go of it, or just have like
mm,
Dark Winds. They don't have the latest season. I can't remember when that picks up, but I think they have season one and season two, which that's an excellent show if you haven't seen it.
no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the whole Warner Brothers being potentially bought out by somebody? Netflix have been sniffing around them.
No way. I hadn't
Uh,
heard anything about it.
Paramount have put in at least 3 offers for Warner Brothers.
Really?
I would rather it goes to Paramount than
Yeah.
Netflix. To be fair, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about.
Wow.
Oh, Warner Brothers are owned by Netflix. No, not
Yeah.
not good. Don't
Yeah.
let them have it.
Well, that I hope whoever buys Warner Brothers, I hope that they will leave DC and James Gunn alone and let him continue to create his world.
Yeah,
Because too many times it's almost like politics where you have a Democratic sheriff, and then when he is voted out, the Republican sheriff comes in and cleans house. So even the people who were just good officers and deputies or whatever you want to call them, they're gone because they were under the last regime. So
yeah.
I would hate for somebody to come in and go, no, we're going to reboot everything
Well,
again.
I
Yeah.
think David Zaslav will probably renegotiate a nice deal or a contract renewal for Gun
Mm,
before whoever buys them, because he's done it with DeLuca and Abdi, who run like the movie department. He's like, have a new
yeah.
deal. So if the new people come in and want to get rid of you, it's going to cost them. So I'm suspecting he'll probably do the same thing with Gun as well.
yeah.
But one of the reasons I don't want Netflix to get Warner Brothers is because obviously Zack Snyder's got a deal with Netflix, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So if Warner Brothers goes over to Netflix, the whole
Yeah.
restore the Snyderverse
Right.
craziness will come out again. It's like, I can't handle that. I don't want it. Go away.
Yeah. How much money did you say they lost doing the Snyder cut of Justice League?
Well, they spent $70 million on it to make it.
Yeah.
So I mean, they'll have made a little bit of money back because I've got it on Blu-ray. So they made like
Right.
$15 back. Um, and however many, I'm sure a lot of people did sign up for HBO Max to watch that.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
could have got it over here, then I would have done.
Yeah.
But it did cost 70. So this whole release of Snyder, there never was a Snyder cut. It was created. But yeah,
Wow.
$70 million
Yeah.
was the
Wow.
cost to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, worm in the chat. But yeah, so yeah, Warner Brothers is going to end up with a new boss at some point.
Yeah.
Um, Streaming platforms are going up in price. Of course, they are. They do that every couple of weeks.
Yeah. They do. It's almost like one of them has to go ahead and jump into the deep end, right? So they jump in, and then everybody else is like, hey, people aren't leaving their platform. We need to ask for more money too. So
But I've seen people go, it's too awkward to leave, isn't it? Not
yeah.
really. No, it's not that
Yeah.
difficult. I don't.
Yeah.
People don't seem to be able to do tasks nowadays.
Right.
You're like, that's a bit difficult. It's not difficult. You just put cancel account.
Right.
And then you come
Yep.
back in a few months when you keep pestering you. Paramount are amazing for that, by the way. So you cancel your
Yeah.
Paramount, which
Yeah.
I'm getting free with my Sky package anyway at the minute. But you
Yeah.
cancel your Paramount and go, right, I'm done with them for a little bit. And
Yeah.
they'll send you an email going, would you like to come back for like $3 a month? You're like, no, I'm all right, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
So you leave them, and then about 3 weeks later, they come back, and go, how about $1 a month for the next 6 months? You're like, hello, Paramount. We're
Yep.
friends. Have a hug. And Disney do it as well.
Yep.
So
And I
it's
think
like, I hit,
Stars now has something where you get a year for $30. So
yeah.
everybody's trying to hook you, you know?
But it was like I had Disney for £1.99 for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And that was all while Andor and stuff was on. So we got to the end of
Mm,
that, and I'm like, I'm just going to cancel Disney because normally I
yeah.
think it's about £9 a month or something over here for
Right.
the one with the adverts. Don't know why I'm paying
Right.
for something with adverts, but that's another
Right.
story.
Yeah.
And I went, I'm just going to cancel it, and I'll come back in a few months. So I went to
Yeah.
cancel it, and he went, how would you like it for £3 a month? I'm like, well, it's fine by me. So I've
Right.
signed up again. So by going to cancel it, I got a special offer.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, you just
Yeah.
got to juggle them.
Yeah. That's kind of like internet and cell phones over here. If you call them up and say, "Yeah, you know what? I found a better deal. It's half the price and it's the same speed." Well, we'll lower it. But I mean, you have to press them on it. Same thing with
Yeah,
cell phone companies. I'm going to jump over to somebody else. Whoa, we've got a deal for you. Well, you know, I would stick with a cell phone company or internet provider perpetually if they would just look after me. Like, hey,
yeah.
Mr. Fouts, we can save you $10. Let's, get this deal going for you. But no, it's as long as I'm willing to pay and not complain, then they're happy to take my money.
I think you've also got to be willing to actually leave as well.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people who got, you just phone them up and you tell them you're going to leave. It's like, well, are you going to leave? I well, no, because I really like them. No, 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 no. I'm like, I'm leaving. Okay, you can leave. All right, bye.
Right.
I'm out. It's fine. And I think with
Yeah.
streaming platforms, it's fine because
Yeah.
we have Netflix and Paramount included in our Sky cable package,
Right.
and then Disney at the minute, but then that'll run out in a couple of months, and then we'll just
Yeah.
get rid of that. So we'll shift over to Netflix and watch all the stuff on Netflix and Paramount.
Yeah.
And then by that time, an Apple one will pop up, and it's like, oh, we'll have
Right.
Apple for 3 months. Let's just
Yeah.
binge watch all of Slow Horses, and
Right.
hopefully, Shrinking season 3 will be on by then, and all
Oh,
that sort of stuff.
yeah.
So
Yeah. That would be good.
saving money, I'm all for that.
Yep.
So, video game. Have you done any video gaming? I haven't. I've done a little bit,
Um,
but
the same old, man. I'm either playing Halo or um with my son and I play video games every Wednesday. So we either play Halo or we play Gears of War. So
mm,
we've if it'd be we've been talking about going back and playing the original trilogy, but we're plowing on through the fifth game now. So, and who knows when the sixth game's going to come out, but that's always just been a favorite franchise of mine. And if we don't have a lot of time, then we're in horde mode. We're just,
yeah.
running, gunning, and stuff like that. So,
PlayStation's getting Halo. I think is it like the next year or the year after or something? But
yeah,
finally, Halo is going over to the PS whatever,
yeah,
PS5 or
yeah,
6 or something. Who knows?
yeah. But,
So
but
it's good.
I mean, like, I mean, like the original I guess 3 games, the first 3 games of the Halo, franchise were really solid, and then after
Yeah.
that, it just started I don't know, the last one that I played, that I bought, and I can't remember what number it was, but I was really disappointed because you're running through a maze, and then you get to the end of that, and it was like on a ship, and then you go to another ship, and it's the same maze. I'm just like,
Mm,
did you run out of money? I mean, at least
probably.
the Deadpool game made fun of not having a budget, and that kind of made that fun. So
But the original 3 games are still pretty solid. I had an Xbox,
yeah,
S when they came out, and I just paid so I'm not paying £11 a month for Game Pass because I only
yeah,
play, like, 1 game at a time,
yeah,
and I ended up picking up, like, the entire Halo collection or whatever for about £15,
yeah.
and there was about 5 or 6 games in that thing, and I played through the first 3 or 4, and I had great fun. They were still pretty solid. Still
Yep,
work.
and then, you can hit that button and, I guess it's the back button. They changed the name of it between the original, Xbox and the One or the S or whatever, and,
Yeah,
but you can see what it looked like when it originally came out back in the
right.
guess it was the '90s, and then
Yeah.
man, it changes the sound mix, everything, so
Okay.
it's kinda fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
and then, people are talking like this, right? And then it jumps over to the new version and very fluid. I mean, they did a good job of upresing and reprogramming. So
Talking about films that need reprogramming, I added the Phantom Menace into my top 250 films as well because
yeah,
I like the Phantom Menace. It's great.
yeah,
And then I'm like, I wonder if I need to add Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith in there as well because I've got the
yeah,
original three. I've got Phantom Menace. I'm like, I need to go back and revisit Attack of Clones.
yeah.
Took me 5 minutes to go. This is never even getting a look at my top 250. I can't gel with Attack of the Clones. It's just like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know, something about it just bugs me about the way it looks. It just
yeah,
it just niggles me and it makes me sad because I'd like to have had all the Star
yeah.
Wars movies in there, but I'm like, nope,
Well, that was
not
his
even getting a sniff
first
in.
100% digital movie, right?
Yeah, and nothing dates like that. It's just,
Yeah,
oof. But
yeah,
even the way the characters were talking and stuff, it just sounded a bit weird as well. So it was a bit.
yeah.
So yeah. So no,
Yeah,
not
I
bothered with
haven't
that one.
seen that in so long, but I don't
It's all
know.
right.
With my super subwoofer, it kind of makes me want to at least crank up the pod race
Mm.
and just kind of shake the house a bit, you know.
Phantom Menace still looks and sounds great, but no,
Yeah,
not Attack of the Clones. Nope.
yeah,
And the only one of the sequel trilogy I've got in there is The Force Awakens. I haven't got Last Jedi or Rise of
yeah,
Skywalker for obvious reasons. I'm not having that one in there, but
yeah.
no.
So going back to Attack of the Clones, is that where at some point you've got Padme, Anakin, and Obi-Wan on poles or something and the bug people and
Yeah.
all that. And I was always amazed that no one commented on how Padme was standing there fully clothed and then suddenly her clothes are ripped. You know what I mean? Showing more skin. And I'm just anyway, that and I thought C3PO was so annoying, more annoying than ever before. It was just kind of like if you hated Jar Jar, just wait till
Mm,
you see 3PO. So
yeah. But yeah, so no to Attack of the Clones on that one. I
yeah.
don't know. which is
Yeah.
a shame, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not going to bother watching Avatar 3 when that comes out because I can't make it through number 2. I've tried
We
twice.
haven't either.
Just can't do it.
Yep.
I liked the first one, but
Yeah.
yeah, 2
But
I find rough.
there was the human element in there. And there was
Yeah,
just something about it that was nice. I don't know, man. It was very organic. That and I was a big fan of the 3D. And we went to go see it in IMAX, and that was really smooth. But anyway, yeah. But it's just I don't know. I guess it goes back to that Jurassic Park. You forgot to ask if you should just because you
yeah.
could. That's the poor paraphrase, but close enough to Ian Malcolm. So
And
yeah, but
it'll come out and it'll make a fortune, and that's fine. I'm happy for it. I don't
yeah,
want it to fail. I'm just like,
right,
you know what? It's not for me. I'm good. I can spend my 3 hours and 40 minutes watching something else. So, or
yeah, yeah,
however long it is.
like two movies from the
Like
'80s.
2 movies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I got sent a bunch of screeners because I knew that I was going to be sort of housebound to a certain extent
Right.
for this week. So I'm like pestering all the PR companies, going, "Get me some screeners," because
Yeah,
I like doing videos for them for the YouTube channel as well. So I did one for like
yeah,
Turning the Living Dead and all that sort of stuff. So I'm like,
yeah.
send me some stuff through, and I got Wes Craven's Deadly Friend from 1986. Do you remember that one?
No.
It was Christy Swanson or Kirsty
Yeah.
Swanson, um, and Matthew Labrador, whose biggest role before that was Little House on the Prairie as the adopted son. Um, and he is dating Christy Swanson. Is it Christy Swanson or Kirsty Swanson? I'm
I
gonna
think
call
it's Christy. Yeah,
Christy. I'll go with Christy then.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he's dating Christy Swanson, and she dies,
yeah,
and the character's is heartbroken. He's like, oh,
yeah.
put a computer chip in the back of her head and bring her back. So he
Mm,
does,
mm.
but she's like, I'm going to kill everybody. And she kills somebody with a basketball. Boom, takes her head off. So it's full on horror movie, but I've got that to watch at some point.
Yeah.
Um, uh, oh, Abel, I miss you, Abel. Send me your
Yep.
mobile number, Abel. Not in the public chat though, via a
Unless
private
you want
message.
to.
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, Abel, let me know your number because I miss chatting with you about movies and stuff. I used to work with Abel. He's awesome.
Really?
Yes,
That's
used to work with
cool.
him.
Yeah.
And then the company went, as
Yeah.
predicted by me several years before. But nobody listens to me. I know so. But yeah, Deadly Friend, City on Fire, which is an old Hong Kong movie. Chow
Yeah.
Yun Fat's in it, so I got that one. I got Jack Lemmon's The Apartment, which is just coming out on 4K from
Yeah.
1960. So
Wow.
yeah,
Dude,
I'm
I bet
so
that is beautiful.
it looks amazing. I haven't watched the
Yeah.
whole film on it, but I watched all the extras, and I put
Yeah.
the film on just to see what it looks like in 4K, and it's like
Yeah.
that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good restoration and stuff. So yeah, a whole bunch of old. I'm into older movies. I think
Yeah.
at the minute because it's like I like some of the stuff that comes out now,
Yeah.
but they're not the sort of films when I'm like that will go in my list of films I'm going to watch every 6 months. There's just not as many
Right.
of those as there used to be. So,
Yeah. I think it's the different other individuals I've talked to about it. I think we're all kind of nostalgic for movies that we can enjoy without
yeah.
apprehension, and not worried about what's coming next. Is it going to disappoint? The third act sucks or whatever. And um, yeah, so yeah, I think we're all kind of doing that. But yeah, I mean, some the older movies. There's a ton. Spike Lee was talking about rewatching Close Encounters, and
Love it.
it's
Yeah.
just he said it's a timeless classic. It holds up well.
One of the best things I've ever done was to do the top 100 list and then start collecting them all on disc.
Yeah,
And now it's up to like 243. So I will get to
yeah,
the 250 and then cap it. But
right,
just and they're all on a shelf downstairs as well. So it's like I
yeah.
see this thing and they're all in chronological order. So the year they came out,
Oh
which
wow, man.
and it's on the sort of bookshelf that's got kind of like the one behind me, the skinny ones that
Yeah.
they've got sections. So what I've been doing is taking a photo of each section and sharing it on like Facebook and Twitter and whatnot.
Oh, I've
And
seen those.
then,
Yeah.
a lot of people got really mad that I'd separated the Godfather movies. like loads on Facebook. People were genuinely getting upset and mad. Why have you separated? I'm like, well, because one came
Right.
out in 1972 and one came out in 1974, and The Exorcist
Right.
came out in 73. So no,
Yeah.
no, you should have them together. I'm like, but they're in date order when they came out. Yeah, no, you should still
Right.
have your box sets together. I'm like, no. And so when I look at this huge shelf all the way down, and it's a massive
Yeah.
shelf, you can
Yeah.
see your own life in it. You can go, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
when I used to go to that cinema. That's when I
Right.
used to work there. And because I remember watching it there, and it's a fascinating thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's one of the best things I've done. And I walk past it and go, do you know what? I've not, and I did it the other week. I went, oh, roll. I've not watched Rollerball in years. Take the Blu-ray
Yeah.
off, bring it upstairs, watch Rollerball. Great film.
Yeah.
You don't do that on
Yeah.
a streaming platform.
No. And I mean, all of my Blu-rays, I ran out of room, so they're in my sound booth. I There's a big curtain, and then there's my library. It has a bunch of books and stuff, and then four bins worth of Blu-rays that are on the shelf. But I miss having them out because Michelle and I would do the same thing. It's like, what do you want to
Mm,
watch tonight? And we would just, look it over and just, randomly pick something. I had it categorized by genre, which bothered one of the stepkids because he was just like, it needs to be in alphabetical order. I can't find
right.
anything. And so, yeah, but it was just nice being able to see all that because you forget about different movies. And again, I mean, unless Netflix really knows you, then it can't really suggest anything other than new
No.
stuff. Like, hey, we think you would like, you know, which by the way, oh my gosh, it's not Art of War. Was it Jurassic War? That is really good. If you haven't seen it,
Okay, I've seen
um,
that.
yeah, it's the Vietnam War with dinosaurs.
Oh, Primitive War.
Primitive War. There you go. Thank you. I knew I
Yeah,
wasn't hitting it quite right, but I couldn't
there you go.
remember.
But we got there in
Yeah,
the end. But isn't it weird how
yeah.
isn't it weird how some people get triggered by the way you choose to order your discs on the shelf? I was quite surprised with the amount of people. It wasn't just one person getting mad at me
Yeah,
for The Godfather.
yeah,
It was like it was a few. They were like, "You need,
yeah.
I can't look at it. I can't look what." Or some people. I mean, it's like Abel said he's quite surprised by some of my choices. I have to keep sort of saying to people, "This is not." And we did a podcast on the best movies ever.
Yeah,
There's no Schindler's List, there's no Shawshank Redemption in my favorite 250
yeah.
movies ever, but there is a
Right.
Moonraker and The
Yeah.
Legend of Billie Jean is in there. But is Legend of Billie Jean a better film than Schindler's List? Well, it's not a better film, but I enjoy watching it more. I'm not like, oh,
Right.
I feel like
Yeah.
watching Schindler's List tonight. Get the popcorn.
Right.
So I have to keep sort of correcting myself when it's like these are my favorite films, not the best films. But
Right. Yeah.
great,
Because
I
each
love watching them.
one, yeah, each one can bring back memories. And
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, it's fun, thinking about what movie theater we went to go see what movie at.
Mm.
And it's just, that's a bygone era, it seems like, anyway.
I've also just picked up on the Jurassic thing. It's called Primitive War,
Yeah.
and is it like Vietnamese soldiers that somehow encounter dinosaurs? I mean, I don't know how that happens, but I guess the film
um,
explains it all.
it's American soldiers that they send out a squad and they don't come back and they find out that there's dinosaurs in the jungle. So
Right.
I don't want to give anything away, but it is cool. And the guy who did it, it's almost like some of the movies that I've done where it's like, I did a lot. So I'll even use a different name. Like I'll go with my middle name, Douglas, and try to make it out like, we had
Yeah,
a
yeah.
more crew. And I remember when we were shooting the one movie that was in the prison, and I would shout, like sound speed, and then whatever, man, I was everything. And so anyway, but it just having some fun. But yeah, so this guy, I can't remember his name, I wish I could, but the guy who created this shot it on a very small budget, and he did pretty much everything. So the
Yeah.
credits, it's just kind of like this guy's name just keeps coming up: written by, directed by, produced by, special effects by. But I think of all the movies I've seen this year, all the budget is on screen for you to enjoy the movie.
Mm.
And it has some people you'd be familiar with, and then a bunch of actors that you've never seen before, almost like the original Star Wars, where it's like who are these people? There's no baggage, and so
Well,
it was
it's like
cool.
the original Star Wars. I think you would go, "Oh, Alec Guinness. Oh, Peter Cushing." Don't know anybody
Right,
else. Nobody
right,
else. Unless
yeah,
you'd seen American Graffiti, you're like, "Is that the guy from that?" No,
right,
nobody else.
yeah, yeah. But but yeah, I like movies that are wisely made, and
Yeah.
when you don't know who the actors are, but they're so good.
Hmm.
Versus there's a lot of big name actors that just suck. I don't know why they
Yeah, there
keep
is.
being used. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the films that I want to watch is the One Battle After Another, the Leonardo DiCaprio vigilante thing. That's the
Oh
next
yeah.
film
Yeah.
that I'll be watching soon.
Yeah.
Abel will be watching that soon as well. He knows what I mean. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I saw the
that's one we
trailer. It
talked
looks
about.
good.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost forgotten that. I saw the trailer probably 3 months ago, somewhere in there, and I told Michelle that we should watch it. I showed her the trailer, and then I
Sounds
promptly
good.
forgot about it.
But again, it's another film that's near enough 3 hours long. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it's good
Well,
3 hours, then that's all that matters, isn't it?
right. Yeah. Because you know as well as I do, there's been some 90-minute or even less lengths in movies, and they have sucked so bad it felt like an eternity. So
I can't remember which film it was, but I remember watching a film, and I'm not just being polite. I genuinely can't remember which film it was. But I was watching it, and I'm like, oh god, this is a terrible film. How long's it got left? Oh crap, it's only been on 20 minutes.
right.
It's like, oh, so that's rough when that happens.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like really long films. I just make sure I save those for a Sunday
Right.
afternoon. When I'm
Right.
awake, not put them on at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, there's I guess it's the change of season and it's nice and cool out at night, and so I'm sleeping better. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's like we have a TV in our bedroom and we'll sometimes finish up a TV show up there, but lately, man, it's like 5 minutes into it, I'm dozing off. So and then Michelle is on her own to find something that she wants to watch, and then
Uh,
we'll finish it up the next day.
I can't remember the last really good night's sleep I have because I have a pipe coming out of me. So that's
Right.
even when I'm asleep, I'm always very conscious of where this pipe goes and where it's
Right.
connecting to several bags. So that's not fun.
Yeah.
But and then obviously
Yeah.
because I've had it changed this week, I'm back to clock reset. So I'm like now I get to feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable again for about a week.
Ugh. Well, I
So
hope everything works out in the end.
I hope so. I went in. I mean, this thing that I get changed. It's every 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's been 12 weeks since I had the original op in August, and then I had the 12-week thing done a couple of days ago. The
Yeah.
next time I get it done will be another 12 weeks. I've been referred to a surgeon um, to so they can go in and do what they need to do to fix everything. And that can
Yeah.
take up to 18 weeks for them to decide, yes, we will, or let's find another option. So it's going to be at least March
Yeah.
before everything's right, which is why earlier on I had a little bit of a meltdown in the house. I was sitting down there feeling really sorry for myself. I'm like, I said, this constant, because I'm not in pain,
Right.
but I'm just in constant discomfort.
Yeah.
And so when it's like a dull ache constantly, it
Yeah.
drives you nuts. It's like
Yep.
it messes with your head because you're like, I just want to be able to watch a film and just concentrate on the movie. But instead, I'm like, oh, this is
Right.
a good movie, but I'm feeling uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
I'm having more of a battle with my brain than I am with the physical body side of things. So that's
Yeah.
annoying.
Well, it's almost
Which
like the drip water torture or whatever, like,
yeah,
we've seen in movies, and you think, dude, I mean, like, how could why would that bother you? But then, yeah, there's different other things that it's just the discomfort that drives you crazy.
yeah. So that's where I'm at the minute. Abel, yes, you're late, Abel. John spoke about
Yep.
Frankenstein. You missed
It,
it.
it is
Go
excellent.
back and rewatch it on the channel. Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent
Have you
film.
seen it, Abu?
Yeah, Abel, have you watched it? I'm guessing he has because he watches
Yeah.
stuff really quick. He usually sits down with
Yeah.
his mum and watches stuff. So,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it yet.
But I mean,
But
Del
yeah,
Toro has such a beautiful way of telling a story, and it's like The Orphanage. I'm
yeah,
assuming you've seen that one,
yeah. I've seen that.
but I mean,
Yeah,
everything. There's such a nice wrap up at the end. You're not left feeling like, oh well, Michael Myers is coming back in the second one, right?
Mm,
It feels good, man. And so
yeah.
that this Frankenstein is no different. It's very, very interesting. The way the story. I've never read the book. Michelle
No, I
has,
haven't.
and I was asking her questions before the movie started, and after the movie started, I forgot to ask her if it was like the book. So
Okay. I've seen the
yeah,
original movies, which I've seen the original one many, many
yeah.
times. You know, the first one or whatever, which throws a kid in
Oh,
the water.
Boris Karloff.
Boris Karloff, great film.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
all of those. But
yeah.
and I've seen the Kenneth Branagh, Robert De Niro one, which is
Oh,
good and from the 90s. Remember that one?
yeah. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, weirdly, yes. I knew Abel would watch it with me. See, I know things. I know
Yeah.
things.
You should get a sponsorship with whatever you're drinking.
Yeah, I've never drunk because I've got this catheter thing in. I have to drink
Right.
tons. I have to drink so much now.
Yeah.
So we buy like before it was Pepsi Max. Now during
Yeah.
it's 7 Up. So I have lots of soft drinks. I've never drunk so much in my entire life,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I kind of have to. So
Yeah.
there's that. But yeah, crazy, crazy. Oh, video game wise, just I've only played one, which I would recommend, and it's on the PlayStation. It's probably on the Xbox as well. But it's Stray. Where you play a stray cat. It's amazing.
Really?
It's really good. You play a cat, and the cat sort of falls down this bridge thing away from his other
Yeah.
cat friends, and then
Yeah.
you're in this weird, horrible, nasty-looking world, and you've
Yeah.
just got to. I'm guessing you've got to try and find your way out of this world, but you very quickly get used to the fact that you're controlling a cat. So if you were playing a human character and you're like, I'm just going to jump across that, and if I fall, I'm going to die, and then I'll
Right.
do it again. With the cat, you're like, no, I don't want to risk it because I don't want the cat falling. It's really weird. But it's a really good game. It's really
Yeah.
good game. But that's what I'm
Okay.
playing at the minute. So,
Yeah. I'll have to check that out.
mm. What are you up to for
We've
the rest of the? Carry on.
oh, I was gonna you were I was just gonna say we've got our exercise room set up. We're empty nesters, so we don't have any more kids in the house. And so we took one of the old bedrooms and converted it to an exercise room. And we've got a TV up there. And I took the PS5, whatever I have, up there so that and we've got an exercise bike. I just need to get one of the kids to come over and help me lug it up the stairs. But sooner or later, I'll be playing more video games because I will be riding the bike because
Do you
that
know how?
always helps me as a distraction.
Do you know
Because
how
I
bad
can't
that
stand just
sounds?
what is
you
that?
you need to get somebody else to help you carry an
Right.
exercise bike. I
It's
get what you mean, but
huge.
it's like
Yep.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, so I'll probably be playing some new games or at least replaying some games that are only 2 years old. So
Yeah. I miss the days when I would happily sit down and just play video games all day.
yeah.
I'm also suffering from that. I'm doing this, but I'm also thinking about that, and then I need to do this later on. Oh, hang on a minute, I've missed something on that. What's going? I need to just.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of my focus in the past year or two. So I need to
Yeah.
try and work out, which is why I keep sort of saying 18 Degrees podcast. It's like I'll go back and I'll look at one and go, well, that kind of fits into how I need to reprogram my brain or
Oh,
what I'm
that's
struggling with.
cool, man.
So I'm still using it. And those episodes are
Right.
years old. I don't know how many years old, but
Oh, yep.
there are a few. But I'll go back and
Yeah.
go, oh, my self-esteem's low. Oh, there's one there that says how to get your self-esteem back. I'll listen to John and Nicola chat about that. So it does work.
Yeah, yeah. That is cool. I will also tell her that our library is being used that way
Yeah, of
because
course it is.
that's absolute. That's awesome because that's that was one of the reasons why we did it was so that it could be there to which is the name of the podcast 18 degrees below horizon. So if you can make it through the darkest of night and wait until sunrise, then you'll feel better. So yeah,
You know
man,
what? Do
that's
you know one
awesome.
thing? Do you know one thing I would recommend? And I'm more
Yeah,
than happy to do this for you as well at some point. If you go, oh, we've decided and it's great.
yeah.
Put them on YouTube with
Without
with
just
with with
audio?
yeah. And I was thinking earlier on, and Chris, who does music under the name Enerex, he's a
And he's got a
amazing.
new album
He's
out.
got it's
Came out.
really good,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And he did a launch party. That's good. I love that guy's music. I keep saying you need to do a film score. You need to get on
Yeah.
YouTube. And I think at some point he's going to do music videos for them.
Yeah.
But obviously that takes time and takes money. But
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
this morning I was downstairs and we'd spoke about Marilyn Manson a few bit, an
Right.
hour ago. And I'm like, I just want to listen to a specific track from a specific album. So I went
Yeah.
onto YouTube, put on Marilyn Manson, went to his official page. There's a playlist there going albums. I'm like, that's the album, that's the track. I
Yeah.
played it, and it was coming through the TV while I was washing the dishes.
Yeah.
All it
Yeah.
there was no music video though. It was a thumbnail of the album
Right.
cover.
Yeah.
Didn't bother me because I was there listening to this. It was about the sound rather than the
Yeah.
picture. So I think it just have a thumbnail and put
Okay.
an album thing, and that could work because a lot of people do listen to YouTube and they'll watch it on the TV, but they don't necessarily
Yeah.
have to watch it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
An 18 degrees thing could, an 18 degrees YouTube channel could work, and it wouldn't be that
Yeah.
complicated to do.
Mm. Yeah. And you know what's really ironic is that there may already be one where I had planned on having an 18 degrees below horizon podcast. It's like when I wanted to have John Fouts at gmail.com and somebody already had it. I'm like, well, that sucks. And then I discovered that it was me. So the forgotten email. So
But if there isn't an official one, let me know. I'm more than happy
okay.
to set one up. And I
Okay.
think I've probably got most of the MP3s, or I can re-download them through iTunes.
Okay.
And I just DaVinci Resolve
And just
them
throw
and
the
turn them
official
into,
logo up there, huh?
throw the official logo in there and take the
Yeah.
show notes and put them up. But I think that's the way that I listen to a lot of shows now, is through
Yeah.
YouTube. Certainly a lot of music. And I'm going to email Chris going, seriously, do this, because looking
Yeah.
at some of these Marilyn Manson ones, it's like they've had like 5 million views.
Yeah.
Video there, it's just a thumbnail with the track.
Yeah. Has he had his premiere party for his latest album?
He did. I was there. It was
Man.
it was at silly o'clock in the UK. It's like 11:30 or something. But I'm like, I've got to be there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to be there.
Yeah.
And it was in between me being a bit ill as well. So it was like the one thing I did that week. And I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great. But his new album, any of his albums are really, really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, anybody familiar with the audio podcast will hear a little clip of his music at the beginning because I have him as a sponsor.
Oh, nice,
But
man.
not so much as a sponsor. I just pimp him out because I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
well worth checking out. So,
Yeah.
what are you up to for the rest of the day? Anything exciting?
Well, Michelle should be home anytime now. And at 7 o'clock, we're going over to Ian and Savannah's house and kind of celebrating them getting married this morning. And so then we'll come back and do one more day of work and then have a weekend. So, but
Nice.
yeah, that's about all we have planned, for the rest of our day. How about you?
Not much. I think I'm probably going to go watch another episode of The Shield and just try and distract myself from feeling like crap constantly.
Yeah.
But this has been a great distraction, though, and probably about 15 minutes before, Annette said, "Do you not think you should cancel your podcast?" I'm like, "No, because hopefully it will distract me," and it has. I knew it would.
Yep. Yeah, I was dealing with some frustrating mess this morning with some editors and programming, and anyway, there was just some stuff I had to overcome. And Michelle was like, "Well, but at least you get the podcast with Stuart this afternoon." I'm like, "You're not kidding. I'm ready." So
because it's been a while. It's been a while, isn't it, with one thing and another?
Dude, if it's not you, it's me. I mean, like yeah. So it's nice that we're both upright and we can podcast.
Exactly. So it's great. Thanks to everybody who's been in the chat. If you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. But other than that, hope everybody has a great day. Both rewatching Stranger Things as well.
Yeah.
Same here. See, if he'd have been here on time, he would have heard us talking about that, wouldn't he?
And entered in via text.
He was always on time when he showed up at work, but clearly he doesn't think about this YouTube channel as work. So I suppose there is that.
That's right.
Never mind. He did send me his mobile number, by the way, so that's good.
Oh, good.
That's interesting. But yeah, it's always a pleasure catching up with you, John. I'm glad you're.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you're doing as good as you're doing. Have you ever thought about taking like a clothespin and putting it on your finger to give you a distraction discomfort?
No, but I was thinking I might do the elastic band thing.
Yeah. Either that
That's
or
the thing, isn't
a
it?
clothespin on your ear. That might work too.
Yeah. Annette said
Yeah.
earlier, she said, "Is there anything I can get you?" I went, "Yeah, a gun and one bullet." And she's like me. So there is that, but yeah, I'll try something like that. But yeah, anyway, I
I
will let
hear
you
you.
go. Regards to
All right.
Michelle,
I will do it.
and I will chat to you soon.
Sounds good, man. Take care.
You too. Bye.